Hey everybody, welcome to Respawn I Ain't Fire, the kick-ass urban game podcast excuse me, let me do this one more time. Welcome to Respawn I Ain't Fire, the kick-ass urban game podcast from Affable Idiots. This is the one where they suck you dry at the end. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Comfort. And today we have with us Chad. Can you explain both references, Michael Innes?
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this ad that I'm getting on our channel of Adam Scott sitting in a dressing room talking about razors. I assume he's talking about razors. He's holding up a razor. I have captions on, obviously, and I'm just watching it silently. I'm just like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Who knows? It's Adam
Sucked
Scott.
It Dry is a reference to not having any more sperm in the balls after a blowjob.
Oh, we also have with us Alex. Can you explain both references, Cozina?
I'm trying to do some barf sound effects for your sweet, sweet ears, but I've been sucked dry of all the barf fluid that should be inside my body right now.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
All I can emit are coarse, dusty, dry, should be barf noises.
This isn't a barf episode. We only barf on barf episodes.
By the way, you're both so wrong. So the reference was that I learned 5 minutes ago that every episode of Friends starts with the one, where Joey went to court. The one where Monica gets married. I didn't know that. Chad just showed that to me. And then in chat from when we did Barf, Cozy said that a studio sucked another studio dry and no one mentioned it. So I combined the two. That's where we get our intro for this show. Does it make sense now?
Yeah.
I had to mansplain it to these two men. I just make sure. That's
charcuterie. Matt from RI in the chat says, a bad cheese board. Call me charcuterie.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh my God.
You catch us live on twitch.tv/AffableIdiot Sunday evenings, normally at 8:30, maybe a little early today. It's fine. YouTube and podcast services Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. Cozy apparently just wants to take over the document, so I guess do whatever you got to do.
Not nearly for as long as I did on last week's episode. I'm just here to remind you real quick, but real importantly, that Cozy Bears Cooking Season 5 is debuting this upcoming Wednesday, July 3rd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for the debut episode of Season 5, I am going to be making omelets. I'm going to be making a standard omelet, and I'm going to be making a very special, extra tasty cheeseburger omelet to celebrate the occasion. So that's Cozy Bears Cooking Season 5, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the episode live on twitch.tv/CozyBearLive and youtube.com/@CozyBearLive as well. And you'll be able to watch VODs on both platforms and a clip and a highlight reel on YouTube later on as well.
So I don't want to let you get away with this. You've been caught. You've been captured. No, so when we were at PAX East, we were going to a panel, and our dude Snowbike Mike from Kinda Funny was there, and he mentioned that he watches, or he's aware of Cooking with Cozy, and you mentioned about doing an omelet because he doesn't eat eggs. So you mentioned making an omelet for him. So is this episode 4 Snowbike Michael, or is this just another thing? Okay.
And I will say, if you are somebody who subscribes to the Kinda Funny Patreon at the Happy Hour tier, which is the tier where they allow you to come in and do a little private, intimate podcast with them once a month. I actually told this to Snowbike Mike. I was like, hey, I'm making omelets on stream in honor of our conversation we had at PAX. And he revealed a fascinating little tidbit about how he consumes those little Egg McMuffin sandwiches from Starbucks that you will have to listen to believe. And that's all I'll say on that.
I want to go to Pennsylvania and open up a store where all we do is sell Amish lamps, and it's called Omelet. Get it? Get it?
I like it. That was good. That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah, not as good as charcuterie.
Or how about charcuterie board from Adam Gumby?
Charcuterie, yeah, very good. Moving on to that, we're gonna go on.
I would put charcuterie board underneath charcuterie, but above whatever the hell.
So here's the thing: charcuterie board is a reference.
Shark coochie. Do sharks have vaginas? What are sharks? Let me Google it.
They lay
what
eggs.
do
away from
shark
the cheese.
genitals look like? Do
I wouldn't Google that.
We're well outside of
cloacas
the
like
the room
birds?
of
Did
anything
I
that we would want to eat at
spell
this point.
the bird genital word right? Let's see what comes up.
I
The
hope
male
Google comes back
sexual
and it's just
organ
like, we
called
don't
a
know what any of this
clasper
is.
located on the pelvic fin. Clasper, the friendly ghost. Females have oviducts, a tube leading to the womb. The opening is referred to as a cloaca. Yeah. Holy shit, sharks have cloacas too.
Love to see it.
This is
Learning
from sharksforkids.com. There's another reference. We're not going to explain this one, though.
Oh, very good.
Wait,
all right,
hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Chad. Please continue. It's 100 degrees in this room, but please keep going.
That's the first Google result that came up from what I typed in. The second one comes from the headline, that bold link to click on says sharks have 2 penises. The website, it's a bunch of letters smushed together, so I might have the separation wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is SophieMaycocksharkspeak.com. Sophie Maycocksharkspeak.com. Okay, because it's Shark Speak, and she must be Sophie Maycock. Got it. 2 penises, though. Wow.
Wild. Love to see it. Moving on to our one and only story of the day. Don't worry, we've got plenty of other segments, and also this is one where someone dies. Is that what you named? The one where they die at the end?
The one where they die at the end, yeah.
Be aware, the name of this episode is the one where they die at the end, so be prepared for that. A new way to play cloud gaming. This is from Chris Scullion at VGC. As announced on the official Xbox Wire blog, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members in over 25 countries will soon be able to download an Xbox app on Fire TV Stick 4K and Fire TV Stick 4K Max devices. Players with either of these devices in a Bluetooth enabled... what's going on? Oh my God!
No, this is just what shark penises look like.
It's like a little.
It looks like yeah.
2 fingers. Players with either of these devices and a Bluetooth-enabled wireless controller will be able to access the Xbox streaming library through an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate membership. Xbox notes that the Bluetooth controller requirement doesn't have to be an official Xbox controller. Players who have PlayStation DualSense or DualShock 4 will also be able to use that. So you can play officially through a very popular Amazon device. You can now do the cloud gaming. So they're getting it out there and living the dream of being. I do like this, by the way. I don't, personally, I don't want to use it, but so my kid I've been playing a video game, right? But it's only available on Xbox Series X, PS5. So he doesn't have one of those, so he can't play it. And, hopefully I'm going to get him a Series S or something to fix this problem. But if the solution was oh, you already have this Fire Stick, you already have a controller, I just sign in with my account and now you can play cloud and then I play on the console downstairs. I think that's a cool idea personally. Yeah. Again, I'm not super it's not going to be my number one thing I go to, but again, more options are never a bad thing. Also, it's the only news, so let's pretend to talk about it. What?
No, I mean, this is when we were all speculating about what the Xbox consoles would be this generation back in 2018, 2019. There were the rumors going around about it's going to be a streaming stick thing. There's going to be $100 version of it that is just cloud gaming. And we were all like, wow, yeah, I could totally see that. And it looks like they did not do that in lieu of this strategy, which I feel like is so much better. Where it's hey, yeah, we don't need a console. We don't need to make a Fire TV stick. Let's find the cheap-ass Fire TV stick that a lot of you already have in your homes and just let you stream Xbox to it. I am not confident that it will be a good experience from the. I do not currently have a Fire TV stick, but everyone I know that has them, well, maybe Joel likes his. I don't know. Joel's an Alexa boy, and he loves when Alexa just screams out stupid Bluetooth pairing things. But everyone else does not love the experience of a TV stick. It is just super affordable. So I hope the latency and shit like that with a Bluetooth connection to the Fire Stick and then the Fire Stick streaming over God knows what kind of Wi-Fi connection. But this is the right direction. This is just, let's make cloud gaming available on whatever device that you happen to have in your pocket or connected to your TV or whatever. So cool. Good move.
This is going to sound like a bit of a tangent, but stick with me on this one. Years ago, many, many years ago, Nintendo decided to collaborate with Sony on a video game console. It was going to be the Nintendo PlayStation, as many people have dubbed it in the years since. And that whole collaboration obviously went off a ledge and ended up not happening. Nintendo instead partnered with Philips. Sony was scorned by the whole ordeal, and that's what led them to create PlayStation proper. For many years, the Nintendo PlayStation was viewed as something that didn't actually ever exist until, out of the blue, somebody found one of the old consoles, presumably a test model, something that was purely, meant as a prototype and not something that was ever actually planned for proper release. And I'm most looking forward to the day many years from now when randomly one of these devices shows up on like an eBay auction everywhere, and they're like, oh yeah, that's right, because we saw this device in the background of one of Phil Spencer's videos. We know it actually existed. And I'm looking forward to the day that randomly some kid's like, yo, I found this weird Xbox thing. What the fuck is this thing? $5,000.
What a wild time it was when that's how we got our console reveals of what's on Phil Spencer's bookshelf. Series S, the fucking streaming console.
I feel like Geoff Keighley had something on his desk once that was like, oh, that's interesting. That it's fucking the Armored Core guy was here 3 years before they announced that game or something.
When Masahiro Sakurai was in the process of revealing new characters that were being added to Smash Bros. Ultimate as DLC, in one of the videos that he did, like going over one of the new characters, he's like, and as you can see here, I have like a figurine of like one of the characters. We, sometimes analyze and study these figurines to, use a visual reference for when building the characters in game. And he's like, and right over here is my desk. And inside this desk are actually a bunch of other figurines of other characters that we're testing right now that you don't know about. And I was like, oh, that's a good tease.
Half of them are shark claspers. There's replicas
the
of
other
shark
half
claspers.
are just naked Sonic the Hedgehogs.
It was mostly Sora from...
What is naked Sonic the Hedgehog?
Hearts
Just like not wearing shoes?
No, he has the shoes, but his dangles out.
Oh, what do hedgehog genitals
boy.
look
You
like?
keep that to yourself.
Adam, you're in control of this.
I'm moving on. We're going to move on
the power if you want.
to our... That was the main quest. Thank you very much for enjoying us. Moving on to playtime. We are moving closer to somebody dying at the end. The one where someone dies at the end. Yeah, just a normal... It's a mammal, right?
It's a wiener, but it's in a sheath like a dog. And the female sex organ is directly adjacent to the anus, just like
I would call it
most mammals. So
foreskin, not a sheath. But Chad, what have you been playing this week?
Hedgehog Bottom on hedgehog-rescue.org.uk says penile sheath.
Oh, okay. I'll be quiet. Chad, what did you play?
Because like on a dog, when you see like there's the sheath, and then it's the red part comes out, the red rocket.
Yeah.
Like that's the penis is the red part. And the other thing that you're touching. Like that's on the outside. That's not. Mm-hmm. Why are we talking about hedgehog penises? Who brought this up? You did. You brought it up, Naked Sonic. I was talking about feet. What did you ask me?
Oh, what have you been playing?
Oh. Brawlhalla. We just recorded the Barf episode for Brawlhalla. That's a free-to-play fight 'em up game, similar to Smash Bros. And Naked Sonic. And we just recorded that episode. Go listen to it now. If you're listening to this on demand, it's out. If you're not listening to this on demand because you're in the chat right now talking about references I apparently don't get about the Hardy Boys or Hard Knocks, that's what it is, then it's not out. You missed it, but you can get it in the future. I also played... Oh, while we're mentioning Barf Games, go vote for Barf Games right now. No, just kidding. Don't do it. You already voted for Barf Games right now. In July, we are playing... I already forgot it. What the fuck is today?
Tomb Raider 2013/2014.
That's it. Tomb Raider. Hair Physics Definitive Edition on PS4 and Xbox One. Or you can play the one with the hair Friends episode 2013 one from before. I also played The Bear. The Bear season 3 dropped on Friday, and they dropped the whole thing at once over on Hulu. This is like I watched this whole season in base. I watched episode 1 on Friday night, and then last night I watched episodes 2 through 7 in bed, and then I woke up and watched episodes 8 through 10 immediately after I woke up. So this show is incredible, fantastic.
I was a little confused for a moment because you said you played The Bear.
I did,
and I was like,
I did.
Oh, but. I mean, you can technically play a movie, a TV show, any medium in which you can press
Disney
the play
Plus,
button. So
and I went to the Hulu
sense.
section, and I hit play on The Bear. So I played The Bear.
Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair. Just
no,
a little,
to be honest,
a little
I went to the
confusing.
TV app and it told me, "Hey, the bear's out," and then I hit watch it, and then it opened the Disney Plus app for me automatically and logged me in and played it from where I left off.
I need to watch The Bear. I
It's
haven't watched
fucking
season
fantastic.
1, 2, or 3.
It
Everyone
is
says
fantastic.
that. I know.
It is so like the most like if I ever get reincarnated as a showrunner, or maybe like 5 people, like a cinematographer and a writer and an actor, and
You're just gonna ape that show.
I just that show is exactly what I want to make. It is just brilliant writing, great characters that all like you are rooting for them. They're assholes to each other, but it's because they're so passionate and they don't know how to communicate. And you just see them grow, and you're so proud of them, and it just makes you cry. And I fucking love it. I love that show so much. It's so stressful though.
I can see you doing that. I can also see you reviving. Do you remember the old College Humor series where it's like, what if Google was a person?
No.
And they're like, anyways, basically a version of that, but instead of like all these like inane questions, it's like your insane questions that you put in the Google search bar. Like, what if Headbutt Hodge had the man? I had a stroke in the middle of that one.
Of genius.
What if hedgehogs had penises, but do they have penises? One of those questions. Anyways.
So The Bear, excellent. Go watch it.
Let's get back.
And then the last thing on here, what is SE1S? Salvation's Edge one shot. We beat the raid in Destiny 2. And what was really great is we did this all in one sitting, which is something we haven't been able to do before. Our very first clear was actually over the course of like maybe 8 or 9 days and maybe like 20 something hours. I don't know. But
so that's interesting. So you didn't beat Destiny 2 this time. You just beat the raid.
Right. Because I'd already beaten the raid, but this time we did it start to finish. We got all the little secret deep sight chest thingies so we could get that good old red border at the very end. And then, in fact, we not only beat it, but we even did the epilogue of Excision right afterwards. So, yeah. That now we have officially, we took Alex through it for the first time, so he was unfamiliar with most of the more difficult encounters. But now that we finally all, like that core group of us, have all played it and beat it at least once, it's no longer going to take us 5 hours like it did on Friday night, and it will go much, much faster. So we can start farming shit. Farm wisdom. That's it. I played Destiny. That's it. That's all I played. Watch The Bear.
Cool. Alexander Kozina, what did you play?
So this past week, I've been pretty busy preparing things for Codes vs. Cooking Season 5. However, in the midst of my moments of busyness, I have been playing one game, and that game is Let's! Revolution! So this game, if you're listening to that name right now and you're thinking, that sounds awfully familiar, it should be familiar to you because this is a game that we were introduced to at PAX East. To wind the clocks back a bit, you might remember that this was the game that Adam gave his Respawning Fire Game of the Show award to.
Exclusive.
And based on his recommendation, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and check this game out as well. And my preview of this game was kind of like the best scenario you can have when previewing any game at a PAX or a similar event, where playing it, I was like, oh, I actually don't want to spend too much time in this preview because I actually want to save my enjoyment of it for when I eventually play it at home, which is, I feel like, the highest compliment that you can give any game like this. To give a little bit of context, this is an indie game developed by 2 different studios called Ant Food and Buck, all capital letters. That's how they stylize it. It released on Steam in the middle of last year, and it just came to consoles in April. And it's basically like a mix between a roguelike and Minesweeper, where basically you play as a character who is on this grid-like board, and you have to ascertain where enemies are located in this board based on what numbers are associated with each tile. And so if you're on a tile that has 4 on it, you'll know, okay, of the 8 tiles that surround this particular tile, 4 of them contain roads where an enemy might be laying in wait. And so you have to figure out where enemies are, figure out how to defeat them. The game initially starts you out with a very combat-centric character called the Floxian, who basically goes around performing sort of like Legend of Zelda Link style, like not cartwheels, but basically attacks that kind of like hit all tiles that are around him in a circle. And from there is able to gain various abilities and slowly snowball his way up to the top and find and capture this king character who you're constantly pursuing throughout various boards as you play the game. After you beat the game once, however, and accumulate some experience tokens, you're able to unlock new characters that play very differently from the standard Floxian character. You have this noble character, for example, where you're encouraged to deliberately keep as many tiles hidden instead of exposing as many tiles. You have another character, this oracle character, basically a witch who you're encouraged to kind of like unveil as many benign tiles in the game, tiles where there are no enemies present, but you want to deliberately also avoid combat with enemies. Not all of these new characters necessarily are as fun to play as the base, more combat-centric character that you start off with. I didn't think like the noble character, for example, was all that great, but some of them are actually pretty fun. And in general, it's just really impressive how much the developers of this game were able to create so many different play styles using so many different playable characters that really kind of force you to think of the game board in different ways. And the game offers a lot of interesting unlockable items and abilities that allow you to really kind of customize the game to your play style and offer up a lot of depth. So I had a lot of fun with this one. Highly recommend it. And I will say, when I purchased this game, it does the thing that a lot of indie games do nowadays, where you get both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version of it, because PlayStation doesn't have smart delivery like on Xbox. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to play the PlayStation 4 version of the game. On the off chance that this game allows you to auto-pop trophies on PlayStation 5, it would be kind of convenient to be able to platinum it on PS4 first and then auto-pop in PS5. Beat platinum the game on PS4, downloaded the PlayStation 5 version, started it up, trophies didn't auto-pop, and I was like, you know what? I enjoy this game enough on PlayStation 4 that I'm just going to go through, beat, and platinum it on PlayStation 5 as well. And so, as of a few hours ago, I have the platinum in this game on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I can't do that with Xbox Smart Delivery, bitch.
Oh, no.
No, you can't.
I do love chat. There's no point in talking to you about it. Fuck. Matt, in the chat. Isn't it wild how, like, when Adam says a thing like, hey, this game's cool, you guys should pay attention to it, and then nobody listens, and then, 3 months later, they're like, I platinum this game 2 times because I liked it so much. I wish somebody had told me about it.
Here's the thing. I played this game this year.
I know.
I didn't wait a year to get around to it.
I'm giving Matt a hard time. We're talking about our Carcucci boards and our party boys.
I won't play this game, so you'll never hear me say that.
You should. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Come on, Chad.
Chad doesn't like good games.
Come on, Chad.
No.
Well, I'm going to make my barf game for the next month where it's me just all Let's Revolution.
just 4 times.
I'll be honest, I'm not a puzzle game guy. So Adam's like, we should all play this game at PAX. And I took one look at it and said, you're flipping puzzle pieces over and trying to make a path and shit? No. Can't get me on this one.
You're missing out.
I played the first 2 minutes of The Witness, and I said, oh, and then I went and killed The Witness several years later.
There you go. Same one. As for me, I just played a little more Valorant. Playing with Joel and John a bunch of nights. Let me tell you, Joel, I know you made fun of him earlier, but he got MVP or play of the game or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And he saved that clip. But we've been doing pretty decent, I will say. We're not playing ranked play or anything, but every game we're doing pretty good. We're not scrubs, is what I'm saying. So I will continue to play Valorant until Marvel Rivals comes out, maybe even after that, because I'm really liking Valorant a lot. And that's it for me. But actually, speaking of Valorant. What? Sing the song, Chad.
Segment from Adam. Segment from Adam. Segment from Adam. Segment from Adam. That's to the tune of Farm Wisdom from the early episodes of My Brother and Me. It's a segment they used to do where they talked about things from the Farmer's Almanac.
God, fucking wild. Those guys are great. So, as some of you may know, may not know, me, Adam, the host of Segment from Adam, likes to do certain segments that are game show related, right? and I thought, hey, it's about to be the Olympics, I think.
Oh,
So it would be
Olympics.
good for me to maybe take over doing our monthly Patreon exclusive for a month and then goes to everybody game show. I plan on doing an Adam Olympic style event, right? But that means I need to prepare some of our contestants. You know how like the Olympics people train and do preliminaries and shit?
Do they do
what
that?
We're doing.
Do they train?
Yeah, no.
You think somebody... Well, here's the thing. Like, do you want to, like, fucking do 1,000 high jumps right before the Olympics, and then you're all tired and you can't high jump anymore when it comes time to actually perform at the Olympics? No. You're gonna wear yourself out. If you've never done a high jump in your life, that means you have all this high jump potential that you can blow on the first one.
You'll be so good at it. No. But basically, we're warming up for the gaming Olympics that Adam has prepared for us. And I'm starting it. One of the events we're going to do. It's an old favorite. Bringing it back. Gaming this or that. Ooh, it's a good... Chad, you'll remember in a second.
Okay.
In this game, I'm going to provide you with the name and a short description of a character featured in a hero shooter. You simply need to tell me which of the two franchises that this person comes from. Okay, I have 2 rounds, each with 5 names. Last time we did this, it was Dragon's Dogma or Marvel Snap.
Yeah, I remember this now. Yeah. Okay,
One of the franchises, Apex Legends.
Nope, because I know you've played Apex Legends, so I don't think you've played any of these, which is why I chose them.
Good,
so,
yeah.
The idea is, I have a list of 5. They're either from this or that franchise. I'll say the name. I'll say the short description. You tell me what it's from. After the end of 2 rounds, whoever did better wins. Is
it a like snake draft? You say this and then I say this, or is it a like we shout out if we think we know it?
No, I'm going to say it and you both are answering it. We'll flip back and forth so you don't steal each other's answer the entire time.
Okay, got it. Cool.
We'll do that. But you have the same prompts. All right. So the first round I'm playing, gaming this or that, you have to tell me, is it Valorant or is it Rainbow Six Siege? We're going to have fun, guys. First up.
And we're naming characters, right? That's the thing?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the name of characters, a short description of the character from the fandom wiki page, and then you tell me if they are a hero from a hero shooter, either Valorant or Rainbow Six Siege. Simple enough.
Okay.
Until I read them, and then you'll have real fun. So our first one up is Sage. With Chinese roots, her healing abilities make her stand out.
How do I buzz in?
You're not buzzing in. We're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and start with Alex, though, since you're so into it. Tell me, is Sage from Valorant or Rainbow Six Sage with Chinese roots, her healing abilities make her stand out?
She is from Valorant.
Okay. Chad, what is your guess?
Alex seemed so confident. Confident. Yeah, that has a T on the confident. That I'm also going to say Valorant. Also, I have probably like 25 hours in Rainbow Six Siege, so I don't remember Sage.
Maybe you'll know them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not this kid. Oh, no, the trivia question. You just listen to me then. You can answer on your own. Okay. Well, no, because he would know because he's played Valorant and Rainbow Six Siege, so he's going to know all these answers. The answer, Sage is from Valorant, by the way.
I was going to say, let us know at the end if he beats us.
But how did you know that Sage is from Valorant, Cozy?
I may or may not have been watching some streams lately where they were playing against Sage a lot.
Oh,
Sage is also in The Boys Season 4 and is a very evil character.
Yeah, good stuff.
They're currently in beta for like the console versions of Valorant.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I've been playing it so much. Yeah,
right. I'm not like I have enough to play right now. When that game properly releases, I might actually try that out on console.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a code if you need it. So next up, our character, and Braylon, are you listening to me? You give me your answer third. I'll ask you third, or after they give it to me, then you'll answer it. Raze. The tech user from Salvador, Brazil, uses a variety of explosions to gain an advantage over her opponents. Chad, you go first.
I'm going to say...
If you need me to read it again, I will read it again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say also Valorant.
Okay.
Wait, how's her name spelled?
R-A-Z-E.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say Valorant.
Ooh, this changes things because there's about to be like Raze sounds an awful lot like Rayman. And that I know it's Raze.
Also, not an Ubisoft game, so it wouldn't even... Well, no, you're right. Rainbow Six is technically Ubisoft. You're right.
I was going to say, yeah.
I don't think Rayman is in Siege. I will go ahead and tell you that.
That being said, I'm sure there's like a back bling or something or other, like a keychain.
Maybe.
I'm still going to go at Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay, Braylon, who's Raze? What game is Raze from? That is correct. She is from Valorant.
Nailed it.
She is, by the way, the character that I play the most as. I love Raze. She's really good.
Nice.
Next up. Okay, by the way, keep track of your points. 2 for Chad, 1 for Cozy. What? You have a trivia question? We'll do it later. Good lord. Lesion. Lesion is the name of the character.
Okay.
Yeah, similar. Yeah. Born in Junk Bay, Hong Kong, he comes equipped with his goo mines. Lesion. Born in Junk Bay, Hong Kong, he comes equipped with his goo mines.
So this is Alex first, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Rainbow Six on this one.
Okay.
I don't remember goo mines being in Siege. And I also am now remembering that while I have like 25 hours in Siege, I only unlocked like a third of the characters. So Valorant? I'm going to say Valorant again.
Braylon, do you know what game Legion's from?
Siege.
It is Siege. He is correct.
Buttholes.
Lesion is from Siege. Yeah, he has like mines that like poison and like cut people up and shit like that. So yeah, you guys are now tied too. Next up, Demos. Demos.
Like Kratos'
Born in
brother?
Birmingham. Yeah, sort of. It's spelled the same. Okay. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, he has a unique gadget in the Death Mark. I know, right? Has a unique gadget called the Death Mark, a small helicopter-shaped drone that is able to track. Demos has a drone called Death Mark from Birmingham, Alabama, if that matters. Chad, give me your answer first.
I'm realizing I don't think I've ever even... No, I've seen a trailer for Valorant, but my mind has been wiped. I've been Men in Blacked.
They're both hero shooters. They're both with real people from real locations, and they both have little gadgets to help them fight.
Is Valorant like an Overwatch?
No, these are very
fantasy
similar
thing, or is like a okay?
The reason I picked these two is because they are similar-ish. One is more fantastical than one's more tactical, but they are.
I was going to say, like, what I've seen of Valorant in the past suggests that it's like a little bit more fantastical, and so when you're like, oh yeah, this character's from
but Birmingham,
very
Alabama exists,
town.
I guess, in both locations, perhaps.
Yeah, no, they're both based. They're just people who are military people in the real world, but they have special abilities. They literally are the same.
I'm gonna go with Siege, Rainbow Six Siege.
Siege. All right, Cozy, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go with Valorant.
Braylon, what's Demos from? Siege. He is from Rainbow Six Siege. You are correct.
I knew that functionality existed in Siege. I just didn't know the character was named Demos.
Yeah, Demos. Yeah, he's like a former Rainbow Six operative who went rogue and whatever. But I didn't want Paul that because that would give too much. So I believe Chad has 3 because he has 2. Next up, our last for this round, is Breach. Breach. He is a tech user from Sweden. I love this one. Cozy. What game is Breach from?
This is a good one because Breach is like a very that's a specifically Rainbow Six-esque term that you would use when playing that game. But I can also very easily imagine this being a Valorant character as well. I'm going to toss my invisible coin in the air. Valorant. Let's go with Valorant.
Okay.
So here's where I am. I'm like 65% confident it's a Siege character. Mm-hmm. But the strategic move would be to guess the same thing Alex does so that I remain ahead no matter what. But then I look like a fucking bitch. I'm going to say Siege.
Okay, you should have been a bitch. It is from Valorant.
Damn it.
Okay, Breach is from Valorant, right? Yeah. By the way, what was your question that you had? Did you have a trivia question? Whatever. Call of Duty? How about this? You write it down for me. You text it to me, and I will write it on the show.
Love it.
I don't know what his question's going to be, but it's a tiebreaker, I guess.
Future game idea to do on a future show, like which game had this character as a collaboration? Because Call of Duty now has all sorts of weird guest characters, like Nicki Minaj, Krampus, and all those characters.
That'd be a good idea. By the way, so we're on to round 2, tied up 3-3. Am I correct? Or
that is correct.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Tied up 3-3. Moving into round 2. Round 2 may be a little more difficult because I know it's a game that neither of you have touched ever. It is video game this or that. These characters, also characters from a hero shooter, they have A little bit not realistic tactical, a little bit more fantastical. These are characters from either Battleborn or PlayStation's upcoming Concord.
Okay.
Ooh.
You tell me what these guys are
Battleborn,
from.
that was what? Gearbox? That was
Gearbox,
there?
yeah.
Stuck
Like
around
20
for maybe a few months?
17 or something like that. Yeah.
Battleborn was the king of like, I got that game for free as part of like a PlayStation Plus deal.
Still didn't
and it
play
would
it.
I would always see it scrolling through my hard drive because it starts with a B, and so you see it like close to the top whenever you're scrolling through things. Never played it.
Funny. All right. So, first up on the list, Oscar Mike, a discarded clone soldier from a long-forgotten war. Oscar Mike, a discarded clone soldier from a long-forgotten war. I believe, Chad, you're up first.
I believe that is correct. I'm going to say Battleborn is more clone soldier. I feel like soldier is such a gritty Battleborn type thing, whereas Concord is like, well, I'm a weird alien and we're trying to be funny.
What if I told you both games have clones and aliens in them?
Great.
I'm not saying it'll help or hurt, but I'm just letting you know. Cozy, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go with Battleborn.
And the correct answer is, in fact, Battleborn.
Ooh, nailed it.
Everyone's favorite
Nailed
Battleborn
it.
character, the fucking Oscar Mike. Love him. Next up on our list is a character by the name of Beatrix. Beatrix wields a massive syringe arm to spread debilitating debuffs and disease. Beatrix wields a massive syringe arm to spread debilitating debuffs and disease. That's a lot of D's in a row. Let me tell you. Cozy, you first.
You know what? I'm gonna say that this one is also Battleborn.
I'm gonna say we're gonna mix things up. We're gonna separate the scores a little bit because right now we're tied 4-4, and I'm gonna go Concord.
The correct answer is Concord.
Oh yeah, lick my butthole.
Chad, he's so excited for this PlayStation Live Service game.
I've already
knows
memorized
all
the roster,
character
yeah.
stuff.
See, I'm trying to go off of the characters that appeared in the very CGI trailer that we all saw at the beginning of the State of Play.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I don't remember any characters.
Here's the thing: could
around,
you tell me any of their names?
Robot.
I was gonna say the yellow robot,
The cranky one. The silly alien.
Yeah.
The guy that likes hot sauce because he was sprinkling a bunch of hot sauce.
That's actually in the description of the next one. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely not. All right. The next one up. One off. A polite robot with a vacuum-based weapon. One off. A polite robot with a vacuum-based weapon. I believe so.
I think so. Yeah, we'll go Concord. What do we have? I'm at 5. Alex is at 4.
I'm going Concord as well, and I'm not copying Chad. I legitimately was like, "That's a Concord character."
Yes, that is the one recognizable thing from the trailer. The robot with the little vacuum arm. You guys got it. So it is 6-5, I believe. Correct? Chad's up.
That's correct.
I think it's 5 to. I thought it's 5 to 4.
Well,
I mean,
he's
it's
up
the
by
same
one.
difference,
Regardless,
but-
yeah.
It was 5-4 before that question.
Yeah. So now it's 6-5.
Okay, so 6-5.
All right. Next up, Caldarius.
Caldarius, like Moo Cow or Cal Kestis?
C-A-L. Cal.
Okay.
Caldarius won his fame in the Jarrett fighting pits. Caldarius won his fame and name in the Generate fighting pit. It's a made up word. I don't know what this word is. I think it's Generate. Caldarius, is it Battleborn or Concord?
I'm going to say if this is Battleborn, because I feel like if he made his name in the fighting pits, then what's he doing hanging around with all these other schmucks from, I was going to say Battleborn, from
They are all
the other
schmucks,
games.
that's true.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Battleborn.
I'm also going to go with Battleborn because, again, it's just like fighting in the pit, soldier. That's what I feel like Battleborn was. Gritty.
Okay, the answer is Caldarius from Battleborn. You are correct.
Yep,
There we
nailed it.
go.
There we go. So what we know, this next question, this is interesting because Chad is going first on this one. If Cozy gets it right, Chad gets it wrong, then we get a tie. And my son has texted me a tiebreaker. But if not, then basically you gotta catch up on this one. But it's good because you got to go second, Cozy. So we'll see what happens here. So the last, this or that, Battleborn or Concord. Lennox.
How do you spell it?
Lennox. Lennox.
Okay.
An alien who uses revolvers and throwing knives. Lennox. What game is Lennox from? Uses revolvers and throwing knives.
I'm gonna go Concord. I just feel like I saw an alien. I just feel like I saw an alien in Concord, and I don't remember an alien from the Battleborn cover. So that's it. Concord.
What's tough about this one is this seems more like a Concord character. Just the very stripped down description of this character that, oh, he's an alien that uses this weapon and that weapon feels a little bit more Concordish. I feel like in Battleborn they would have gotten into a little bit more minutia that you didn't really need to get into.
I will say, not that this matters one or the other, I did edit them down where if they were longer, I tried to make them all the same length. Just a heads up.
I mean, I gotta stay in the game as long as possible, so I'm gonna go Battleborn.
Okay, and the correct answer for Lennox is Concord. Yeah, Cozy, you were kind of in a bad situation because if you guessed the right answer, you wouldn't have been ahead to tie anyways. But yes,
wow.
That is a Concord alien. I'm sorry, Cozy. Maybe you could take it out in a future game show. If you want to know the bonus question,
yes, Braylon, I do.
Come over here.
Can we make this worth 3 points? So that
this
Cozy has
worth 2 points. Now, explain to them. Oh, the microphone is over here. Why are you getting behind me? I want you to explain them the question and then the possible this or that. Like explain to them everything. They haven't seen the text. They don't know anything. So please explain into the mic. You have to get your mouth right up here.
So what?
No, put your mouth up here. Explain them your question. Give them your question. Put it right here. Your mouth has to be right here, like literally right here.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay, come on, do it. Ask your question.
Okay. Is Ying from Call of Duty or Siege?
Ying. Y-I-N-G. Is that from Call of Duty or Siege?
Do we have a description? Or we're just going off the
Braylon,
name?
is there a description of the character? What does the character do?
The character...
Man, lady, robot? What is it?
It's an Asian girl.
Asian girl? Okay.
I think she's from China.
Asian woman from China.
All right.
She's obviously a tactical shooter girl because she's either in Call of Duty or in Rainbow Six Siege. So...
Oh, Alex has to go first on this one because I went first last time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Call of Duty.
I was also going to go Call of Duty to ensure my lead. So.
Okay. Hey, Braylon, what game is she from? What game? You asked the question and walked off. What is she from?
She's from Siege.
She's from Siege.
Ooh.
Ying is another
I
character
kind of
that.
thought that, but I thought you might be trying to throw a curveball at me. Anyways, good question, by the way.
No, not a good. Do not give him props. And that is
great question. Fantastic question.
He can't
you hear me?
More,
Great question.
More.
That is my segment from Adam.
Farm wisdom. Game. Oh wait, so you have
two.
a different. Oh, JK.
Yes. Please sing me a song while I quickly pull up this thing.
I'll be your segment from Adam. I can take away the pain. Oh yeah.
Okay, this segment from Adam is our Meta Madness, whatever. It's the end of the month.
Right.
We're recording this at the very last day of the month, so we're going to go through what were the best rated games in June. And it's really interesting. Maybe all of these games, except for one, have a similar... What do you call it? A thing that's similar.
A thing that's in common?
Yep, they're in common. Number
Similarity?
one. Yeah, similarity.
Singularity?
Elden Ring. Similarity. Number one on the list is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree at a 95. Whoa. It is currently the highest rated game of the year.
Whoa.
Just so you know. Ooh, it's up there. Shadow of the Erd Tree. Next up, The Final Shape. Destiny 2, The Final Shape at an 89.
Suck
also
it,
one of the
witness.
best.
Suck it.
I think it was like 7 or 8 for the best rated things on the list. Number 3 is Riven at an 87.
Whoa.
Don't know what it is, but it's not an expansion.
Riven isn't that the remake of like the Myst sequel or something like that?
It might be.
That sounds right. Yeah.
And then last is Alan Wake 2 Night Springs at an 86.
Fuck yeah. So,
3 games, or 4, 3 of these 4 are all expansions, which is the fun thing that they're all related to, but they are some of the best rated games of the year, even though they are quote unquote just expansions, which I think is very interesting. So
yes,
by all accounts,
Riven
awesome.
is a sequel to Myst.
Okay,
and then the one that came out is the remake of that sequel.
Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, it's a good month. Again, like these are all expansions for good games that are good expansions. So shout out to the industry for making good stuff, you know? There we go.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to Jacob
I'm a little
McCourt for praising my pipes in the chat. Damn, Chad with the pipes. That rendition was DMCA worthy. Yeah.
Oh, Jacob's
Yeah,
too nice.
come at
By the
me,
way,
my brother and me's lawyers. Oh no,
Jacob,
wait,
if you're still there
Enrique
and you want to
Iglesias song.
compete in the gaming Olympics coming up at the end of the month, let me know. But
It's similar to the Pain Olympics.
well,
I do want to say real quick,
Mhm.
I'm a little bit miffed because I decided to go and just check out where our fantasy critic is at.
I'm about to get there,
And-
bud. This is part 2
Okay.
of the segment. We will get here.
Come on.
Moving on
This
to
is
the-
part 2 of part 2.
Absolutely.
basically.
Part 2.5. So, yes, we are in a Fantasy Critic League. We are now over halfway through the year, and we have a lot of games that have ratings. So, we're going to talk about our teams currently. First up is Cozy Bear Productions LLC. Not super creative, not super fun. Cozy currently has 38 points, only 2 games scored, being Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII Rebirth, getting him 25, and Alan Wake 2 Night Springs, getting him 13 points.
That's what annoyed me because you said it got 86 on Metacritic, but we're using
OpenCritic
OpenCritic scores.
on
Where it
Fantasy
only
Critic,
got
right.
an 83. Not a huge loss, but anyways. I do want to say real quick, I had to do a lot of surgery on this one because a bunch of the games that I previously drafted, like Metroid Prime 4 and Hades 2, were not coming out this year.
Yeah, you son of a
and
bitch.
so did a bunch of drops and picked up a bunch of new games, including Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Mario and Luigi, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, and Phoenix Springs, which is like a little darling indie game that I heard good things about. And to top that all off, Adam, I counterpicked a little game on your list called Hollow Knight Silksong to put on a little bit of pressure.
I mean, it won't cause me any pressure. We'll get to my score in a second,
Yeah,
but
we'll
let
get
me
there.
tell you, if that comes
I was-
out and you get negative points,
FantasyCritic.games.
I gotta make choices. Gotta make decisions.
FantasyCritic.games was basically the morning of that Nintendo Direct was the Robin Hood of the GameStop thing. The GameStop stonks thing. Where, GameStop is tanking in price, but Robin Hood won't let you sell your shit and you can't log into it. This announcement comes out. I see the tweet from Wario64 right as I wake up. Like literally first thing I look at my phone, Metroid Prime 4 is coming next year. I go to fantasycritic.games and let it load and load and load. Text message comes in. As I go to the bathroom so that I can take a pee and start the shower, I get a text message from Adam. Hey, counterpick Metroid Prime 4 right now. And I said, I'm trying. Takes forever to load. It's probably maybe 20 minutes later before that site fucking loads and lets me try to counterpick it. And then it says, sorry, this game already has a date that's in the future. You can't counterpick it. I'm like, you motherfucker, but it's okay. I found Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on your list, and I said, that game's gonna suck. And I counterpicked it instead.
I mean, here's the thing. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could very well still be great, but get delayed to 2025. So not a bad counterpick either.
Yep. And also, again, with as many good games, because there's only 3 people playing, at that point, you're just like, what's a thing that might get delayed, or what's a thing that'll only get a 77? Only lose 7 points is basically what you're trying to do. All right, very cool. So our next team, the best name in the league, I would think, is
And I think that's worth
Ubisoft.
about 50 points right there, is just for having the best name.
I'll give you maybe 2 points. Ubisoft. From
Ubisoft.
Chad Michael Linus. So far scored, you have Princess Peach Showtime, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake, and Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Meaning you a total of 23 points. By the way, everyone has a counter pick now, but go ahead and let us know the rest of the games, because I think you might have some pickups since we've last talked.
I'm playing against Cozy. Like, I'm playing to beat Cozy in this game because you are way
I'll
out
let
of reach.
you know, Chad.
And you have
I'm
way too
not
many
playing
games
to beat
coming
you. I'm playing to beat Adam.
up. Good luck, sir. Good luck.
Oh, I think I can pull it off.
Whew. He's
I think
already
I can
got
pull
like
it
the highest rated games already, and then he's got the next highest rated games in the chamber. So
Chad, you drafted Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake,
yeah,
which scored you a 76.
But here's the thing: I
Come
didn't
on.
care when I drafted these games at first, and now I care. And I've done research, and I realized, first of all, of course, Nintendo's misogynist, and they're going to make a shitty Princess Peach game, which means they're going to do
Wow.
the same thing with the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which is why I let you draft that instead. But here's the thing: I still have Metaphor ReFantasio. Nerds make waves and scores. Got Black Myth Wukong, Souls games, and this one is been hyped forever. I did get counterpicked on Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, but here's the thing. While there's a lot of evidence saying it got delayed into next year, there is still one tweet that came out from GameStop, I believe it was, that mentioned a November release date this year. So I'm still holding on to hope. I tried to drop it, but I couldn't. Too late, blah, 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 because I already got counterpicked. I got Assassin's Creed Shadows. I got Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, because Dragon Quest games score really well, and Dragon Quest III is like a darling baby. And then I've also drafted another game about an hour ago, which will be revealed when I win it.
Ooh.
Well, first it's going to show up on the public bids as what you bid on, and then I'll overbid you and then win it and then take it.
Oh, is that how it works?
But
yeah.
what?
You can't overbid because you're full on games.
I was going to say,
something.
what game are you going to drop?
I'll drop something. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about it. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but yes, thank you, Chad. And again, everyone has a counterpick. You are counterpicking Indiana Jones' The Great Circle, Cozy is counterpicking Hollow Knight Silksong.
Yeah.
And I'm counterpicking Metal Gear Solid just because we went through all those fucking showcases and no one ever gave a date. They couldn't give a date. Then there was a GameStop thing. I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have counterpicked it. But then their date was a Sunday and then they retracted it. So it's like, okay, maybe I'm fine. We'll see. But last and definitely not least is my team. What's Left of Embracer? It just gets funnier every time I read it. But my team consists of, get ready for this list, y'all.
I'm ready.
Persona 3 Reload, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Hollow Knight Silksong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, Dragon's Dogma 2, Tekken 8, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door Remake, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Rise of the Golden Idol, and Astrobot is what I have left.
Yep.
I have 120 points.
You
so
love to
far for
lord
the
this
year.
over us. I'm telling you right now, Adam, I think that when the dust settles in this year, I think you and I'm not saying that I will win, but I bet we will come within 5 points of each other.
I think you're insane.
I think you are way off on that one, Alex.
I think that you will do what your points are now and what they're in the year. Obviously, are going to be much different. I do not think we're going to be within 5 points.
I think Astrobot alone is going to be maybe as much as Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. And then I don't know what the fuck Rise of the Golden Idol, but
that could be pretty bad.
So if Hollow Knight
but he's
doesn't
going to
come out
get the
to
same
that,
amount of points back from counterpicking Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is also likely not
it's just
gonna come
0
out.
points.
Yeah.
I think I have enough space to have a game with 0 when I'm getting 20 from all my other games. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see, though. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But currently, I am in the lead by 4 times the next closest person. But anyways.
Yeah, because all your games came out within the first 4 months.
Okay. I mean, and they all scored above 90. But you enjoy yourself, everybody. And we're having fun here, but I am definitely going to win. And that's it for my segments for the day.
Which brings us to Game On Game Show, the Game On Our Game Show, a play game called Game On, the gaming show on our game show. Game. Take it away, Cozy.
All right, here we go. I don't know who to screw over on this one because you both made me pretty
It's
upset
objective
this evening.
information. There's no one to screw over, Cozy. That's
We
where
are
you get this
playing
wrong.
a game show that we have not been back to in quite some time, and that game is TMI with NPD. This is, of course, the game show where we read off the 10-something best-selling games of a particular year, and I make Chad and Adam guess what those games were. A couple of rules. The Chad lock is still in play. Any sports game is out of play, and the length of the list will be adjusted to reflect how many sports games are in the top 10. So on this particular list, there are 3 sports games in the top 10, and so the total number of games we will be going over is 13. And of course, this year's Call of Duty is also out of play, but I might still, depending on how I'm feeling, award a few bonus points. So without further ado, let's get this show rolling. With number 13, the 13th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD group / Circana is a game.
Wait, what number was this? 18th or what did you say?
13.
13.
Lucky on number 13. Unlucky number 13.
Wait, sorry. What year is it again that we're doing?
This is 2016.
2016, yeah.
Okay, a couple years after the PS4 came out. Okay.
The 13th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD group / Circana is a game that the Respawning Fire podcast previously played is part of BARF. It is a game.
Doom?
That is correct.
Doom 2016. That's the only reason I remember, because that number's always after it.
Good job on that one. I'll go ahead and I'll start keeping track of the scores. All right, let's move on to number 12. The 12th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is the latest numbered entry in a long-running series. It is another game, like Doom, that endured a long and tumultuous development cycle.
Chadlock.
Its story begins with the game's protagonist embarking on a road trip.
Final Fantasy 15.
That is correct.
See, Chad, I knew it. I just couldn't think of the
one.
number. It's like, oh, fuck, is this 13 or 15? I can't remember which one.
That's why Chadlocked it, baby.
Well, yeah, good job.
Number 11. The 11th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is FIFA 17. So
FIFA 17.
we will not be doing our normal set of clues. However, I will be giving you guys an opportunity to earn some points on the board, not by guessing who FIFA 17's cover athlete is. Chad, please put your keyboard down. Instead,
dropped it.
I want the two of you to tell me, and I will give each of you a chance to guess. Can you tell me what this game's PlayStation 4 version scored on Metacritic?
Is it a closest gets the point, or is it a if you nail it exactly you get the point?
It will be only the person that's closest and within 3 points of the correct answer will get a point.
Okay.
Chad, give your guess.
No, Adam, give your guess. You've got the advantage right now.
I don't. We're tied.
No, we're not tied. You got the advantage because you're his favorite, which means you have a handicap on the rest of the game.
No, nobody's my favorite in this game.
Yeah, Chad, me and you are on the same team. We're butts. I was gonna guess this anyways. 81. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna guess
Chad?
84.
The correct answer is 85. So Chad, you get an additional point. And let's move on to number 10. The 10th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is a returning game from last year's list. Normally this would not be like all that tough of a clue, but it's literally been like over a month since we last did TMI with NPD for the year 2015, so good luck remembering it. This is a game that takes place
Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
amidst... You got it. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Good job.
This is the point where all of those Call of Duty are just the same fucking.
Yeah, right.
I
was
know
like, which is the one we did last time? Which was it? A Modern Warfare or was it Call of Duty Black Ops? And I was like, I think it's a Black Ops.
The rest of the clue is going to be it takes place amidst a futuristic war in the year 2065. All right, and let's move
wait a
on
minute.
to...
Is Black Ops all in the future? I thought that was just Advanced Warfare.
That one is.
Yeah.
Are they not also... Okay, so Black Ops 6 is coming out this year. They're not all like sequential with the same shit?
Nope.
No.
Why do people care?
They jump around time a lot.
People just see Call of Duty and that's all they care about. It's all that matters.
All right. Number 9. The 9th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is a re-release of a popular game. It featured a number of graphical improvements over its original release.
Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Incorrect.
Butts.
Including, among other things, new snow and water shaders. It was one of the few games to be featured in the reveal trailer for the Nintendo Switch. And
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker?
Incorrect.
HD? No.
It is a game published by Bethesda.
Oh, Skyrim.
Can you say the
Elder Scrolls
exact
5
name?
Skyrim.
Can you say the exact name
Elder
of
Scrolls
this
5
re-release?
Switch Edition. Oh no, fucking what is it? Ultimate Edition maybe? I know it's Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim and Link was in it and I don't remember what it's called.
Adam, normally I give each of you 2 possible guesses. I'll count that as 1 guess.
Yeah.
You got 1 more guess to nail it.
Oh, he already guessed Zelda.
No. Yeah. Well. Okay.
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim
Enhanced edition.
remastered.
I'm going to count that as incorrect.
Okay.
And that is also incorrect.
I don't fucking know what it's
Chad,
called.
you have 1 more guess.
No, because I did Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, I don't know what is the name of
That's
it.
mine too.
It is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition.
Special. I knew it's. I mean, it's one of those words, Enhanced special.
The Switch one
ultimate.
was specifically not named the same as the PS4 and Xbox version because those actually did get like graphical updates. And this one's like, hey, we're just porting the shitty version to this with maybe enhanced snow, I guess.
It had some enhancements. It wasn't just like the old PS3
It didn't have the
version. It had
volumetric
some
God
stuff.
rays, though. Let me tell you.
I don't
right.
think it did. Anyways. Number 8. The 8th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is the first entry in a new franchise. It helped popularize a genre that saw many imitators follow in its wake. It was developed
Overwatch?
but that is correct.
Oh,
Chad
shit.
is on a roll on this
I was
one.
getting ready to say that, but I was like, is Overwatch 2016 or 2018? For some reason in my head, it was 2018.
I was thinking, is that the
Yeah,
first hero
2016.
shooter? Is that the first time we ever saw one of those? But I guess it is.
Mhm.
Kinda, yeah. Game of the
Popular
Year
one.
winner for 2016.
Yeah.
Number 7. The 7th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is a game that I downloaded and played while I was living abroad in Japan that year. Its release coincided with the 20th anniversary of its franchise.
Wind Waker
Pokemon
HD.
Black 2.
That is incorrect.
I don't. It's a Pokemon.
Which
I
one
don't
was
fucking know
incorrect?
which
Mine or
one.
his?
Both.
What did you say, Chad?
I said Wind Waker HD.
That is also
Okay.
incorrect.
That's not it.
However, it was published by Nintendo,
Mm-hmm. I just don't fucking know.
and it is set within a fictional
Pokemon Z and Y.
location.
Pokemon Z, Pokemon Y,
That is
XY,
incorrect.
whatever, XY. Fucking, I don't know.
A fictional location that was inspired by Hawaii.
Yeah.
Can you read the first clue? No, not
How do you
the
not know
dude
it?
in Japan. No, I'm trying to figure out if it was like the original or the
I see what you're
ultra
saying,
version.
for the remake.
It's a
can you-
game that I downloaded and played while I was living abroad in Japan in 2016. Its release coincided with the 20th anniversary of this franchise, published by Nintendo, set within a fictional location inspired by Hawaii.
Okay,
You
I'm going to
just-
say it's
probably
the
just
first
the
one. So
original
Pokemon
versions.
Sun and Moon, yeah.
Yeah.
It is Pokemon Sun and Moon,
Ooh, okay.
which means Chad gets another point on the board,
Not Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon or whatever the hell it's
Right.
called.
which were the sequels that came out the following year. Spoilers for next list.
You're
Or
right.
is it?
Who knows?
Or
We'll
is
see.
it? All right, number 6. The 6th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is another returning game from last year's list. It's a game that, I have to be honest, I'm kind of tired of covering on these lists.
GTA 5.
Fuck.
That
Of
is
course
correct.
it's GTA 5. Fuck.
In fact, going forward, I'm probably going to retire this one like how I retired Call of Duty. So that is an additional
I
point
gave
for
myself
Adam.
a point. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Number 5. The 5th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is Madden NFL 17.
Madden
no
NFL 17.
clues on this one. However, I will give you yet another opportunity to get some points on the board. Once again, not involving a cover athlete.
Dodge ram it. All that
Can you
useless memorized
guess?
knowledge.
Can you guess the exact date in which this game released in 2016? And note that to be correct on this one and to receive a point, you have to be both the person that's closest to the correct answer and within 1 month. So 30 days.
August
of the
27th.
correct
12th.
answer.
2016.
Adam, you said August 27th.
Yes.
I said
Chad,
August
you said
12th.
August 12th.
Yeah.
You both got the correct month. but Adam was closer. It is August 23rd.
Here we go. Oh no.
Suck a spaghetti.
And there we go.
Suck it, sure.
Number 4. The 4th best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is NBA 2K17. Can you guess, because again, we're not going to do the normal clues, we're not going to do the cover athlete, the exact date when online services for this game were shut down? And I will say I was surprised by this one. And like with the previous ones, I will only give you the point if you are both the closest person, and in this case, I'm going to be a little bit more lenient. You have to be within 6 months of the correct answer.
February
January
2nd.
2018. January 5th, 2018. I'll just say that.
I'm going to say February 2nd, 2022.
Sorry, Adam, can you repeat the thing again? Sorry, I got a
January
message from
5th,
something.
2018.
January 5th, 2018. Adam? Sorry, chat.
February 2nd, 2022. 222
The correct answer is January 1st, 2019.
Neither of us get it.
So, unfortunately, nobody was within range for that one. But not bad guesses, not bad guesses. And with that, let's move on to number 3. The 3rd best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is a new property, sort of. It is what you would quantify as a games-as-a-service style experience. It is a game that is set in and around the city of New York.
The Division?
That is correct. It is Tom Clancy's The Division, which means Adam gets another point. He is up to 4. Chad's still in the lead, though, with 5, but we will see if the
am I really? Oh, shit.
final 2 things on the list can
Yeah,
potentially
yeah,
turn
yeah.
Just let it be a
things
tie, Chad.
around.
We're not going against each other. He's the bad guy here.
Number 2, the 2nd best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is a game that many regarded as a return to form for its franchise. It's a game that was nominated for Best Multiplayer Game at the 2016 Game
Battlefield 1?
Awards. That is correct.
Fuck yeah.
Which means that Chad is now ahead with 2 points, 6
56.
points total.
That game is excellent, by the way.
That was
love
good.
that Battlefield.
Came for free with my Xbox
And with
Series
that,
S.
we will move on to
my Xbox One
number
S.
1. Yeah, did we play that game a little bit together? I seem to recall we might have done
Maybe.
a multiplayer
I feel like that was maybe a
night
game
where we
night
played
thing.
And with that, the number 1 best-selling game of the year 2016 per the NPD Group / Circana is this year's Call of Duty. Can you guess which it was?
Is
Call
this
of
Advanced
Duty.
Warfighter finally?
It is
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite?
It is Infinite Warfare.
Oh, fuck
Cat,
yeah.
Is
Cat
correct,
Harrington?
Chad.
Or Kit Harrington?
Kit
Was he in that
Harington?
one? Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, you mean the Game of Thrones actor? The sequel to Hot D?
Yeah, the big hot D guy.
And that brings us to the end of the top 10 list. I just want to go over a couple of other highlights from the top 20. At number 16, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Oh, yeah,
Which-
yeah.
I thought was funny because I'm pretty sure that's the amount of chapters in the game, 16. And at number 18, this is another interesting one. Titanfall 2.
Oh, fuck
Mhm.
yeah. That game is
Which-
so good.
Well, I just think it's interesting because the whole narrative surrounding that game is that EA put it out to die at the same time as Battlefield and Call of Duty. And yeah, it was still apparently like sold enough copies to be at number 18. Obviously not as great as Battlefield at number 2, but like not as bad as you would think it to be.
Yeah.
Just thought that's
Also,
interesting.
EA's not the one who wanted to put it there. Respawn were like, we have a big dick. We can compete. Put us here. They're like, you sure? They're like, yup.
And they said, cool, from now on, you're doing Apex for the rest of your life.
Enjoy it. Well, that's a good game.
You're going to try every few years to make like, oh, what if we did like an Apex, like Titanfall crossover game so that we can like appease both audiences, but then it gets canceled.
Yeah.
And with that, we're at the end of TMI with NPD for the year 2016. Tune in 2 weeks from now, fingers crossed, for TMI with NPD for the year.
This is the now that, what did I say? Infinite Warfare. Now that Call of Duty's done, they just go back to normal, right? It's just Blops Modern Warfare switching back and forth every year.
I don't think so.
What's the other? Oh, no, there's a third team, isn't there?
Because we'll have like a Vanguard once in a while, and
Vanguard.
Cold War, World War II.
Oh, that's right. There was a World War II. Was there a Cold War one?
Yeah, probably.
That was Cold War was Black Ops 5.
Okay.
Because
that's right. COD Black
if you remember
5, Cold
when
War. Yep.
When they unveiled Black Ops 6 earlier this year, everyone was like, wait a minute, we're at 6? Like, where was 5? Cold War was 5.
Okay.
Come on, Jen. Get it together.
God,
come on.
You're right. Yeah. You're right. And then, of course, Modern Warfare 1 remaster, Modern Warfare 2 remaster, Modern Warfare 3 remaster, and then also regular Modern Warfare 2 and regular Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare and COD Blops.
Soon enough,
Soon enough.
That's it for Game on Game Show. That is it for this episode of Respawn Aim Fire, the Kick-Ass Irreverent Gaming Podcast. Wow. For having one news story, we stretched that out. Well done, folks. Again, you have a responsibility, you have a duty to go vote for your barf games every month on patreon.com/respawnaimfire. You all voted again for, what the fuck are we playing again? Oh, Tomb Raider Hair Edition.
Tomb Raider 2014.
Just fun story. If you go back and play the original Tomb Raider games on PlayStation, she's balls. No one knew it because we didn't know any better. But then 2014 came around and they remastered that reboot. And suddenly they're like, oh, fuck, she has hair now. Go play that game, but also go there and vote. You get exclusive access for a month to our RAF game shows, the most recent of which is a nail biter, as Joel Campos and I go head-to-head on, what is the fucking name? Locked and Loaded, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style game. That is going to be live. If you're watching this live, like Jacob McCourt and or Matt from RI, then you have 6 hours before that's live. If you're not watching this live, it's already it's there for patrons only.
And I want to say real quick, we had some technical issues with the previous Locked and Loaded episode that we did. This one, no technical issues to report, and I'm happy to say that I think we had a really good back and forth in this one, as we did in the previous episode. But I think this one came out very, very fine, and I think you're going to be very, very pleased.
Well, there was one technical issue, but you'll have to see when you get there. Maybe someone gets called through time and space.
Issue. Oh, you're right. That one's maybe a technical issue.
It was a technical decision. Let's put it that way.
There was another. It's not an issue, but it was a technical deficiency where we realized we can give people money, but we can't take away money from people in any amount. And so that was like, we've learned this.
That's right. I completely forgot about that.
Why are we giving people money as contestants? Well, you have to find out next time on Survivor. So go do that. If you are not a patron, you now, as of 6 hours from now, get free unfederated access to Locked and Loaded previously, the one that does have technical issues. So that's available. We have all sorts of fun friends on that one.
By technical issues, what we mean is that there were technical issues before we got to the proper recording that you see there.
Right.
A bunch of contestants start with a bunch of points, but the rest of the episode is totally fine.
Yeah. So it's great. Go check that out. And in the meantime, that wraps us up for this episode. Cozy, what are you doing on January 3rd? Not January, fucking another J month. July. What are you doing on July 3rd again? What's happening?
What were you doing on January 5th, Cozy?
Where were you on January 6th?
I was going to say.
There was 6.
Yeah, I was actually out skiing with my dad the day that happened, and I was listening to, I think it might have been like one of Kind of Funny's podcasts as that was happening, and they were like, fuck, I don't know that we should be just casually playing games and ignoring what's
I heard
going
you
on
and
in the
Ryan
world.
Scott were somewhere on the East Coast of the United States of America. That's all I'll say.
I cannot confirm or deny where Ryan Scott may have been on that date. On July 3rd, which is this upcoming Wednesday, I am going to be debuting Cozy Bears Cooking Season 5 on twitch.tv/CozyBearLive and youtube.com/at Cozy Bear Live as well. KOZIBEARLIVE. I'm going to be starting my stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be making omelets. So be sure to tune in for that.
In case you, I don't want you all to go in confused. It is not making stores where Amish people sell lamps called omelet. It is egg-based breakfast dishes that aren't quiche. Thank you all, everyone, for listening. Until next time, here's our usual sign-off. Adam, we started today with you asking us to explain some inside jokes, and I would like you to now end this episode by explaining the inside joke that happened in the chat with Hard Knocks. What's the car coochie? What's the cheese board shark coochie?
Oh man, just look at a football player, a very massive, very rich man, calls it a carcucci board. And they were like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, one of those things with the cheese and the meat. I want to try a carcucci board. They're like, sir, that is a charcuterie board. And it's a whole joke through the season. It's very good.
Very good. Very good. Awesome.